Sister, before Aurobindo Babu was sent to jail, I chanced to see him for the first time in the fading twilight of evening at a meeting in College Square. He had a shawl wrapped around him. Perhaps he was slightly ill. He spoke in soft tones, but every word he uttered came out distinct and firm. The vast audience stood motionless under the evening sky, listening with rapt attention. And another thing I remember was the sweet musical rhythm that graced the entire speech.
But since he was acquitted, his weekly meetings in Calcutta, which earlier had an attendance of thousands full of enthusiasm, have now only hundreds, and they no longer have the same force and life.
No, but sister, believe me, on the 30th May, in his speech at Uttarpada, the attendance exceeded 10,000. 10,000! With rapt attention and in pin-drop silence, they listened to his speech.
Yes, I know. It was an extraordinary speech.
Yes.
It was, for Mr. Ghosh, a Divya Adesh, not a mere speech.
Yes, sister.
Some interesting news for you. The nationalist group in Pondicherry publishes a Tamil weekly called India. On May 10, 1909, on its front page, it had a cartoon entitled Grahana Vimochanam, Deliverance of Eclipse, depicting Aurobindo's acquittal.
Vasudeva.
The editor is Subramania Varati, a famous Tamil poet. He has spread the idea there that a new age is about to dawn. This new age is for the whole human race, and Aurobindo is the rishi of this new age.
Vasudeva.
You know, Ganen, it was 1905. Subramanya Varati had come to Banaras to attend the National Congress. On his way back, he came to Calcutta to meet me.
How nice! Vasudeva.
As soon as I saw him, I felt from within that this Adhara was perfectly ready to receive, and I kindled in him the fire of nationalism, the worship of Mother India.
Vasudeva.
He is an intense Deshavakta. He was blessed by the muse of poetry from birth. Now he has grown into Vakta Kavi, whose life is dedicated to Mother India. Now he is the beacon light for the national movement in the South. The most remarkable thing is that Varati has recognized in Aurobindo the avatar of nationalism, the rishi of the coming new age.
Aurodada?
Oh, Shukumar.
This is Mr. Rangacharya from the India office in Pondicherry. He has come to interview you.
You experienced Narayana Darshanam when you were in prison. I wonder whether your darshanam had come about in the dream state or in the waking state.
Yes, I saw Narayana. I had my darshana in the waking state. They were not dreams.
Is there a way to reach the state you are speaking about?
Yes, yoga is the way.
And what kind of yoga?
Bhakti yoga. Leave all responsibility to the divine. Try to realize that whatever you think, speak, or do is not yours, and that it is the divine who thinks, speaks, and acts through you. The realization will come in time. Realization is different from vision. Crush your ego. Be without the I. Practice self-renunciation.
All Calcutta is rife with the rumor that the government is going to deport you. If perchance they take you away from us, but what shall we do?
It seems that the Viceroy and his council have not accepted the suggestion from the Calcutta police that I should be deported.
The authorities will not do anything against you now. We know that God will allow no one to touch you because you are destined to show the way to the nation for a while yet. We have read your signed article, an open letter to my countrymen published in Karma Yogin dated 31st July. Sir, what are your solutions for the present confused state of India?
There will be a pralaya. Mahapralaya. There are signs that indicate its coming. The year 1906 completes 5,000 years of Kali Yuga, and a new age will begin in 1907. The Mahapralaya will develop well enough to be visible to all. It will be complete in 4 or 5 years.
Oh my God! What kind of Mahapralaya is it?
The Mahapralaya will be one of the revolutionary change. A great step. The low will be raised and the high brought down. There will be change. Change everywhere. Change in government. Change in our people. New resolves. New thoughts. New actions.
Thiru Aravindar's voice was very calm. A state of peace was born in my mind. There was peace everywhere. It gave me great bliss to think that I was in the presence of a great being who had suffered much out of his love for the country and whose utterances had been the wonder of the whole nation and who was one of the rishis of the Swadeshi Dharma.
Yes, you're right.
When I first saw him, a thought came to my mind. Is this Thiru Aravindar? A lean frame, sitting like a very ordinary man with a piece of cloth thrown over his upper body. I wonder sometimes, is this the yogin born to redeem us through an upheaval showing a new way to India?
That is the mission of his life.
When I saw Thiru Aravindar's eyes, I felt reassured. Aha! How all knowing these eyes are. What a grace is in them. What peace. Aha, aha. Mahashanti, Mahashanti. That very room exuded a great sattvic shanti. And when he answered my queries, it was very clear to me that Thiru Aravindar is indeed a Mahasiddha. Aha, aha.
What you have noticed is true.
Sir, on the 7th of August, there was a grand celebration in Calcutta.
Why? What was the occasion?
The fourth anniversary of what the nationalists call the birthday of the new spirit in India.
Sir, according to Aurobindo, the 7th of August is India's Independence Day.
India's Independence Day? When did India get her independence?
According to Aurobindo, it was the birthday of the boycott, the birthday of Indian nationalism. On that day, the foundation stone of new Indian nationality was laid.
Really? When? Where? I cannot believe this.
Sir, in 1905, in a huge meeting in the Calcutta Town Hall.
And what about the 7th August celebration?
The Bengali reports. The moderate leader, Babu Bhupendranath, the chairman, commenced his speech at 5 p.m. and spoke until 6 p.m. At the end of his speech, he read out the Swadeshi vow, and at that moment, cries were raised from all sides.
Why?
Asking Babu Aurobindo Ghosh to speak.
Oh, I see.
The report continues. Aurobindo, Aurobindo Babu, Mr. Ghosh were the cries, and the meeting was in great tumult and excitement. And just as Aurobindo Babu was coming up to the dais, no larger than a dining table, Babu Bhupendranath announced that it was already 6 o'clock, the time limit for holding the meeting, due to the sunset regulation, and declared the meeting dissolved.
Then?
The audience, thus disappointed in their desire, begged Babu Aurobindo to stand on the dais to enable them at least to catch a glimpse of him before departing. Babu Aurobindo could not but comply and stood on the dais. The audience greeted him with thundering shouts of Vande Mataram. The excitement of the moment was in fact beyond description.
All right.
Sir, the Times of London had this report. The remarkable fact was, however, that damped as the crowd was by Alone's essay, Bhupendranath's long speech, it burst into loud cheering when Mr. Aurobindo Ghosh was seen standing near the dais. He was unquestionably the hero of the meeting.
Sir, by the way, the government has dropped the idea of deporting Aurobindo Ghosh. So the legal advisory body to the government has become very alert and continues to look for the slightest opportunity in Aurobindo's day-to-day activities to arrest him again. CID men in plain clothes are always shadowing him.
I see.
Sir, the next most interesting news is that the government is now contemplating to appeal against Aurobindo's acquittal.
An appeal against Aurobindo's acquittal, assuming that the court's verdict will go against him? Ridiculous.
Sir, even the Bengal government's legal advisory body is utterly confused regarding the appeal.
It's starkly evident that the chances of success are very low.
Sir, then the essential question is, considering the circumstances of the case, should the government at all accept the risk of failure?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yes, sir.
Shubham Janmadinam.
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
On this auspicious day, we wish to listen to a few words from you, if you please.
I have gone through your paper. You have so beautifully referred to the services I have rendered to the country. Now, you wish to hear something from me?
Yes! Yes, yes!
In my childhood, before the full development of my faculties, I became conscious of a strong impulse in me. From the day of my return to the mother country, the impulse has been surging forth in great force, and my set purpose and devotion are becoming more confirmed with the trial and oppression to which I am subjected. When some divine power, by the grace of God, manifests itself in a human being, any effort to develop, it gives a new force to the national life. You will have to sacrifice yourself at the feet of your mother. You should therefore devote yourself with firm faith and wholeheartedly to her service. Service to our motherland is our highest duty at this moment. Everyone must store up energy. Be prepared with fresh hope and vigor for the worship of the Mother. A divine power has infused this nation with a new power. And this power will exalt the nation one day.
Sukumar, I heard at Shillong, just before coming here, that a weekly review in Bengali Dharma was coming out on Aurobindo's birthday. What happened to that review?
Mizamosai, what you have heard is correct. The Karma Yogan staff tried their best to bring out the first issue of Dharma on Arodada's birthday, but they did not succeed. The workload was so heavy that it was not possible. Its first issue will definitely come out on 23rd August. Before you return to Shillong, you'll surely have a copy. One more thing. As the work of the Karma Yogin and Dharma increases, Girija Babu's place has become inadequate, and very soon the offices will be shifted to 4 Shampukur Lane. Some of the boys can also reside there permanently.
Oh, then I suppose the work will progress smoothly at the Shampukur office.
Of course.
এটা কি করলি বলতো? ইস্কা বোনের টেকা ফেললি কেন? তোর কাছে হরতন, রুইতন, চিড়িয়াতন কিছুই ছিল না বুঝি?
হ্যাঁ আছে তো।
উফ, তোর সঙ্গে তাস খেলা যাবে না দেখছি, গাধা কোথাকার।
আরে খেল না, তাস ফেল, সব সমস্যায় কমপ্লেন। খেলা শুরু করতো। হ্যাঁ খেলছি তো।
কালকে জ্যাক অফ স্পেডস আর কুইন অফ হার্টস খেলা শেখাবো, আজকে ছেড়ে দে।
Oh, Vasudev! Vasudev!
আরে গণেশ মহারাজ, আসুন আসুন বসুন, আজকে যে আমরা সত্যিই ধন্য।
Today we are really blessed.
With great difficulty, I have at last managed to find the Shampukur office. Huh?
You know, Maharajji, with great difficulty we managed this single furniture for the room.
So that when Aurobindo Babu will come here, he can sit with us comfortably.
Oh, Vasudev! Vasudev! Then I must sit with you only.
না না, আপনি গুরুজন,
আপনি ওখানে
বসুন, ওইখানে বসুন।
Acha, Aurobindo Babu comes here every day?
No, on Sundays he accompanies his Mashima to the Ganga Ghat.
Oh, Ganesh Maharaj. Fine. Nolini?
Yes, Ram Babu.
Aurobindo Babu is pleased with your news report. Henceforth, you will work as the editor of the news columns of Dharma.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Ram Babu.
I will try my best.
Continue your game. I am going to the office room.
Biren,
Huh?
now Nalini and Vijay have joined us. So we will come here every day without fail. কি বলছিস?
Yes, Sorin. We will.
I will try to come and join you whenever I find the time.
কি দারুণ খবর! Then I will no longer have to look for company.
Suresh, Aurobindo Babu has asked me to inform you that Nolini and Bijoy will stay with you here as permanent residents.
Thank God! At night I was alone. Now we'll be 3.
So here you are. Yes, Hemchandra. We shall also be living here now.
Bah, fantastic!
Hemchandra, it is good that you have come.
The three of us with Aurobindo Babu in jail, and now we are here with him again. I have heard both of you accompanied Aurobindo Babu on his East Bengal tour from 10th September to 21st September.
Yes.
How fortunate you are then.
Vasudev, then tell us something about the tour.
First of all, it gave us a chance to see more of the country, the Sujalam Sufalam, Mother herself. Water everywhere. Only at places could one see here and there a few houses or a village in that vast stretch. Now about the tour. First, we attended the Surma Valley District Conference at Jalasukha. It was on the 11th September. It gave us an opportunity to come in contact with the simple village people who are the salt of the nation.
It is the birthplace of our Bipin Chandra Pal, no?
Yes. At Jalasukha, there were some 500 people from the district and beyond, stayed in boats moored to a newly constructed 400-yard long jetty.
How nice! Vasudev.
The audience responded with cries of victory to Aurobindo Babu. Aurobindo Babu joy! At a reception after the close of the meeting, Aurobindo Babu delivered a speech. In that speech, he laid stress on Purna Swaraj and Swadeshi Pratisthan.
Oh, Purna Swaraj! Vasudev. You know, he is the first son of India who openly declared that Purna Swaraj, complete independence, is our birthright, Janmogato Adhikar.
In that speech and on other occasions as well, when he stood up to address the gathering, a pin-drop silence prevailed. Many people, men, women, children of Jalasukha and Narayanganj areas came in crowds just to hear him speak and have his darshan. His words were not confined to political matters alone. There were many who knew he was a yogi and spiritual guide and sought his help in these matters too.
But, my children, this yogi, this spiritual guide, now in the eyes of the British government, is the most dangerous man, and they are always behind him.
What is the time now?
4:30. Oh, then I will go to serve him tiffin.
Aurobindo Babu arrives here in the front office room at about 5 in the afternoon. Then we serve him tiffin.
Then he is usually busy for some time with his work connected with the papers. Then he comes to the side room to study Tamil.
Tamil?
Yes, a South Indian gentleman comes here and gives Aurobindo Babu Tamil lessons. After that he comes here and chats with us, and almost every day there is automatic writing.
What is that?
Oh, don't you know?
No, I have never heard of it.
Okay. In automatic writing, the hand of the writer goes on writing without any kind of impulsion, desire or direction on his own part. He remains neutral.
Aurobindo Babu shows us not examples of automatic writing, but he makes us hear automatic speeches. Many great personalities come and speak through his mouth.
But it is clearly not his own voice.
He's coming.
So, shall we start our automatic speech session today?
I am Danton, Terra, Red Terra. Do you want to listen to the need and utility of that bloodshed of the French Revolution?
Another who came introduced himself as Theramenes. Theramenes was a political leader of ancient Greece. He spoke in a calm and subdued tone and gave them a lesson in political matters. Once Bankim Chandra's spirit came and said many fine things about education, literature, and about the country. So many others came like this, day after day, and taught them many things on various subjects. It is here in Shampukul that Sri Aurobindo began these boys' true education. And perhaps, nay, certainly, their initiation too.
Shoibolini, Mashima, Oro and Mrilanili are on the terrace. Jato, Oro ke khabar de. I am waiting for him to go to the Ganga Ghat.
Mashima, I can't find my chappals. I believe I left them right here.
Oro Dada, wait. Ma, these are yours.
Oh, Oro, কি যে হয়েছে আজকাল সব ভুলে যাচ্ছি।
Ma, not at all. It is not that you forget. The fact is, whenever you find yourself barefoot and by chance see Aurodada's chappals lying in front of you, you use them. Because yours are the same size as his. Aurodada's feet are so small.
Bodhi, এখানে এসো 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 Today we three will prepare dinner. You may stay here with your serious English students.
Didi, Aurodada's feet are really small and very beautiful.
Yes, small and beautiful. Very soft also. His hands are also soft and warm, like the downy feathers of birds.
Didi, yours also are very tender.
Yes, it reminds me of my childhood days. My friends used to tease me by saying that my hands were stuffed with cotton. Feeling hurt, I used to complain to my uncle, Mama, do buy me a good pair of hands. How foolish I was then.
Didi, when Aurodada used to speak to you, did he speak in Bengali or in English?
You see, just as our thoughts naturally come in our mother tongue Bengali, he thinks always in English. This is why, if I have to understand him, I must have a good knowledge of English.
Now we see why you're taking so much trouble to teach us English.
Yes, when I receive letters from him, one or two are in English, but generally he writes to me in Bengali.
So, he knows Bengali too. Hey, you have not seen Kumudini Didi's Suprabhat magazine? Every month in that magazine, his Kara Kahini is being published.
Can you understand what he writes?
I don't understand anything.
Yes, his Bengali writings are also of a very high standard.
Didi, tell us something more about him. Yes, Didi, we want to hear more about him.
You know, he's like a flower. I used to smell the fragrance of lotus in his presence, Poddogandho. When he speaks, I feel as if a distant, bodiless sound is coming from his lips. When he looks at me, I feel as if two dreamy eyes are pouring their effulgent rays on me.
Didi, Mashima was telling me the other day that Aurodada has seen Vasudeva Narayana in jail. Is it true?
Yes, it is true. And you know, he looks upon his country as his mother. To free her from British rule, God has sent him to the earth. And he has an absolute, childlike faith on God and his guidance.
Sister, today in the Hooghly Provincial Conference, about 1,500 people were present, mostly young men from both Bengals.
I heard that the moderates use foul means to prevent Mr. Ghosh from participating in the conference.
No. But they had no right to do that. No right. Because he was the elected delegate from Uttarpara, Diamond Harbour, and for the students of Hooghly, Chinsula, and Calcutta.
Then how come the moderates tried to prevent him from speaking?
Anyway, they failed in their endeavour. Aurobindo Babu did participate and received a vigorous reception. You know, a very interesting thing happened during the meeting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. When the nationalist delegates realized that the moderates' resolution on boycott was to be adopted in the meeting, they became clamorous and unruly.
Then?
Boykunta Babu, who was presiding, was unable to control them despite his commanding personality.
What about Surendranath?
Surendranath also tried his utmost to control them, but failed. In fact, the nationalists became more furious, more.
What happened ultimately?
At this juncture, a miracle happened. Aurobindo Babu stood up before the righteous assembly, silently raising his right arm, and seeing this gesture of their leader, the nationalist immediately fell silent.
Indeed, it is a miracle. Then
another interesting thing occurred. Aurobindo Babu asked his followers to leave the hall.
Really?
When the boycott resolution was to be put to a vote in order to avoid splitting the Congress.
They did so?
Yes, they did so, obeying him in a disciplined silence, as if in a single body. They rose and walked out of the hall when the chairman called for the vote on the moderates' resolution on boycott. Oh, what a power! What a power! Exercised without uttering a single word. Bhabte paren. Sister, there is every indication that if the boycott movement survives at all, it will be in the form advocated by Aurobindo Babu. And so far as Bengal is concerned, there will be no more extremists and moderates, and perhaps a new force will rise.
You are absolutely right. Do keep me informed about the developments.
Yes, sister. Nishchoy, Nishchoy.
K. Who is there?
Maghada, it is I, Shwatish. Maghada, mission successful. Birendra has shot Shamsul Alam. He died on the spot.
Where is Biren?
He was caught, could not escape.
Oh. Alright. Now proceed to the Karma Yogin office and inform Aurobindo Babu.
Yes, Dada.
Take care. Do not expose yourself.
Yes, Dada. Where is Aurobindo Babu?
He's in Tamil classroom. Something must have happened. We can ask him when he comes out.
Shamsul Alam is finished.
Moreche. Who did it? When? Where? How?
Birendranath Dattagupta. Inside the High Court. Now I have to go.
Were you there?
Yes, but I escaped.
And Biren?
He was caught.
Did the police see you with Biren?
They might have. I do not know. I'm going. Maghada has asked me to go underground. Otherwise, you all may be in danger.
Yes.
Satish, henceforth your new name will be Kanishta.
Alright, Kanishta.
What about Mr. Aurobindo Ghosh's second signed article dated the 25th of December 1909 in the Karma Yogin?
Sir, are you referring to my countrymen?
Yes. What about the article?
The Government of India, the Home Department, has asked Bengal to consult its legal advisors and see if they think a prosecution will be successful. Then they will start proceedings against Aurobindo. It seems to be seditious.
Have we received a copy of the article?
No, sir.
Ask Lord Minto to send a copy immediately.
All right, sir. Sir, because of the startling assassination of Deputy Superintendent Shamsul Alam in the precincts of High Court on 24th of January in public, in daylight, under the eyes of many, the government of Bengal has announced a set of proposals for putting an end to the revolutionary activity in Bengal. It has recommended first that 11 persons should be deported.
Again deportation? 11 persons at a time?
Yes, sir. Then it added batch after batch of undesirables to the list until the formidable number of 53 was reached.
53 deportees. Surely Aurobindo is included.
Yes, sir. Number 48 is Aurobindo Ghosh.
The Lieutenant Governor of Bengal, Sir Edward Baker, considers Aurobindo Ghosh as the most dangerous man they have to deal with at present.
But the Home Secretary has written to his Bengal counterpart that in view of the decision recently arrived at by the government in India and the consequent release of the 9 deputies who were deported in December 1908, any proposals to have a recourse to deportation on a large scale must be for the present.
Be held in abeyance, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Lord Minto, as to the famous Aurobindo, my satisfaction is not at all lively. The point is, in my mind, the institution of proceedings against him was a foolish blunder from the side of policy. I have always understood that proceedings for sedition was only advised when a conviction was reasonably certain. Is conviction reasonably certain in this case? I should think decidedly not. And I hope not. So far as I can make out, Aurobindo's Karma Yogin article dated the 25th of December 1909 simply paraded passive resistance and abstention from taking part in public life. That may be as odious and objectionable as you please, but it is at least doubtful whether any decent court will find it to be sedition. I had heard of an advocate general who had 200 cases submitted for his opinion, and he only advised proceedings in a dozen of them. What a sensible example. As for deportation, I will not listen to it. John Morley, Secretary of State for India, India Office, London.
So, as usual, we will start our automatic writing session.
Aurobindo Babu, I have learnt from a high police official that a warrant of arrest has been issued against you. The information is from a reliable source and it was conveyed to me by a high police official.
You will fight the police. Yes. No. We will escape before they enter.
No. We will work it out in a different way. Correct.
I shall go to Chandranagar.
Just now?
This very moment.
The boat covered about 20 miles during the night and at last anchored at Chandranagar shore on the other side of the river Ganges. It was early morning of 21st February 1910, still dark.
Biren?
Yes, Sejda?
Go and meet my friend, Shrijukta Charu Chandra Roy, a well-known revolutionary in Chandranagar. Inform him of my arrival and ask him to arrange shelter for me.
As you wish, Sejda.
Hey to Moti.
Moti, have you heard the sensational news?
Abar ki holo? Are you planning another assassination or what? Acha, tell me, what has brought you here so early in the morning?
Aurobindo Babu has just arrived at Chandranagar. But unfortunately for us, he may return to Calcutta without even disembarking from the boat. It is such a shame that it should end so discreditably.
But why discreditably?
What else? He comes all the way from Calcutta to Chandranagar, and the gentleman whom he approached for shelter refuses it. Now he may be forced to go back.
But who is that coward?
Our respected professor, Charu Babu.
He said, sorry, it's not possible. I cannot shelter him.
Rather, he suggested that Aurobindo Babu should leave India and go to France.
Moti, can you imagine that?
But Shirish, Charu Babu is Aurobindo Babu's old friend. How could he even think of behaving like this? But tell me, when did Aurobindo Babu come here?
At 4 o'clock this morning.
And it is nearly 6 o'clock now. Where is he? Let us rush to him.
Somewhere between Police Ghat and Rani Ghat. We have come to request you to please arrange for his stay with you. I hope he has not gone back already.
But it is an honor. Come, let us hurry. Do you hail from Calcutta?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Is Aurobindo Babu here?
Yes. Please come.
I am Motilal Roy.
How did you come to know I was here?
My friends Shirish, Narendra and Sudarshan informed me.
What can you do for me? Would it be convenient for you to shelter me?
It is not a question of convenience. It is my own good fortune to do it. And that is why we have come. This is Shirish, this is Narendra, and this is Sudarshan.
I intend to stay here incognito. My presence must remain a secret.
Incognito? We will take every precaution. May we request your escorts to rely on us and go back?
Yes, it is best the return. The presence here in Chandannagar will provoke unnecessary curiosity.
You had better go back then. Here are two things you must attend to immediately on reaching Calcutta. First, inform Sister Nivedita to take up the editing of Karma Yogin. Then, inform Shukumar through Shaurin of my stay here. Tell him not to tell anyone, not even our family.
Moti, we must leave this place separately to avoid arousing any suspicion.
That's right. You go with Aurobindo Babu by the normal, direct road, and we shall go by the other way.
How far is your residence?
A little way up the road. Please come with me.
This was the end of Sri Aurobindo's active connection with his two journals, Dharma and Karma Yogin. At Chandanagar, he plunged entirely into solitary meditation and ceased all other activities.
His soul retired from all that he had done. Hushed was the futile din of human toil. The silence was his sole companion left. Impassive he lived, immune from earthly hopes. His being towered into pathless heights, naked of its vesture of humanity.
Sister! Sister!
Kanin, when did Suresh and Biren return to Shampukar?
Just half an hour ago. Around 8:30 p.m.
You know, Birendranath Datta Gupta, who killed Shamsul Alam, was executed in Alipur jail.
Is that so?
Yes. It seems the police are now after the Shampukar boys.
This I knew. So I told them to leave the place as quickly as possible. Janin, most probably they will come for the arrest tomorrow.
But where will they hide?
I have arranged for Suresh and Bijoy to stay for a week out of Calcutta in the house of one of my distant relatives.
And what are Nalini and Biren going to do?
Nalini has decided to leave for a distant village in Borishal district, and Biren is going to his friend's house somewhere in Calcutta. But these arrangements are provisional. Afterwards, we'll see what can be done.
Has Aurobindo Babu given any instructions to inform his family?
Yes, only Sukumar, who has been confidentially informed through Sorin.
Then, I suppose Sukumar will be the link between Aurobindo Babu and the Chandanagar group, and in Calcutta with us.
Most probably.
All right. Good night.
Good night, sister.
এই কি কি হচ্ছে বলতো? তুই কি ভেবেছিস নাকি কনিষ্ঠ? Almost 1 month has passed since you brought me here. কি নাম বললি? ওই থার্ড ক্লাস ক্রাউচল্যান্ড মেস in your room. After that, only once have you visited me here. That too so briefly. What is the matter? আমার জায়গায় দম বন্ধ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। তার ওপর তুই বললি আমি বোবা, আমি কালা, আমাকে পাগল ভেবেছিস?
Suresh, you know, Baghada's strict instruction to me was that I should not hide in one place, even for a week. Whereas for you, it was quite different. Remain inside a room for the whole day and only after sunset go sometimes to Eden Garden, sometimes to Greer Park to meet Sorin, Nalini, Bijoy and Biren. Have you followed those instructions strictly?
Yes, I have.
Aurobindo Babu's letter to you.
Aurobindo Babu's letter to me?
Yes. But first, just admire the size of the paper. Nearly 2 square inches.
Suresh, I shall go to Pondicherry. You go ahead of me and arrange my accommodation there. My arrival and living in Pondicherry will be incognito. Incognito. অজ্ঞাতবাস। I remember that evening when Ram Mojumdar suddenly entered the Karma Yogin office and announced Aurobindo Babu's impending arrest. Aurobindo Babu simply stood up and said, I shall go to Chandan Nagar. Ram Babu asked, just now? He said, this very moment. You know, Kanishto, it was as if he had received a Divya Adesh and now he shall go to Pondicherry. আর আমাকে?
Now, you do something very important. As usual, this evening after sunset, go to Eden Garden and meet Soren. He will brief you on the latest situation.
I will be there. Don't worry. Before that, Konishto, I must thank you for sheltering me here. It was really a brilliant idea, introducing me in the mess as your deaf and mute guest. That has really protected me considerably from unnecessary curiosity.
It's all right. Remember, Eden Garden.
Shukumar and Shorin will make all the arrangements for my going to Pondicherry. Shukumar secretly আর Shorin openly. আমাকে শুধু হাওড়া স্টেশনে যেতে হবে. My departure for Pondicherry will be on 20th March.
I have already informed everybody in our mess that your hometown is Pabna, and you'll go there on 28th March evening by the Darjeeling mail to attend a marriage.
To attend a marriage? Brilliant idea! So on 20th, I will go out of the mess in the morning, get a nice haircut. I shall have to look like a pakka Firingi.
Yes, of course. Here are some new clothes for you. And this is a new money pouch. Look, there are 3 10-rupee notes and a little change. And this is Aurobindo Babu's letter to his Pondicherry friends. This is also your letter of introduction. On the envelope, he has written to S. Parthasarathi Iyengar, care of India, Rue number 10, Valadaur, Pondicherry.
Acha? India? Is it a magazine or a newspaper?
It is a Tamil nationalist newspaper, first brought out from Madras. Now because of court case for sedition, it has been shifted to Pondicherry.
I remember one Tamil correspondent had come to Sanjeevani office and had an interview with Aurobindo Babu after his release from jail.
Yes, he was from the India office.
Kintu, as far as I remember, his name was Mr. Rangacharya. Then who is this S. Parthasarathi Iyengar, whom I am to meet?
S. Parthasarathi is well connected with India. This is also for you.
This pocket watch with a silver chain is for me? Yes. Then I'll be looking like a well-born and well-to-do Pakka Firingi. Ki bolis?
Yes, so that it will protect you from the plebeian police spies during a train journey. We may not meet again. So, I remind you, just go to Howrah station on the evening of 28 March. Wait beside the Howrah Madras mail. Shorin will meet you there on the platform.
Shukumar?
Shorin, come in and sit down.
Here is the train ticket.
সুকুমার অরর কোনো খবর এলো?
Ma?
No, Mashima. We are still trying to find out what happened.
Thank you. 28th March 1910, Suresh Chakraborty, 18 years, Howrah Madras Mail, 2nd class. Perfect. Keep it with you. Have you procured the small trunk and the bedroll we had decided to get for Suresh?
Yes, I have them.
Now, on the 28th, go to the station just a little before departure time.
with the ticket, trunk and bedding. There, you'll purchase a storybook for Suresh. Here is some money for that. Alright?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Acha, Shorin could also not bring us any news either.
No, father. I'll inform you when I get any news. I have asked Nagin to come here and help me.
Yes, do that. Adbhut. I cannot understand why Oro has not sent any information to us. Oof.
Here you are, Nagin. Have you got the tickets?
Shukumarda, 2 tickets for the 1st April on the duplex.
So you did go to the Thomas Cook and Company office?
Yes, since you told me not to go to the Messageries Maritime's shipping agents.
Alright. 2 berths, 2nd class, in 1 double cabin. And have you informed the shipping company as I instructed you?
Yes, I informed them that one of the passengers was suffering from malaria, so both of them would take their meals in their cabin.
And they will arrive at the pier by boat and will board
the ship directly from the river by means of the rope ladder, instead of by going up by the gangplank.
Fine. Now bring me the Sanjeevani subscribers register from that room.
There.
Open the first marked page and read out the name which I have ticked in pencil.
Jatindranath Mitir, Ulberia Town, Howrah district.
Okay, go to the next page.
Bankim Chandra Bhomik, Nilphamari, Rangpur district.
Now, keep these tickets very carefully with you. Now just look under my bed. There are 2 steel trunks.
Yes, I see them.
Bring them out without a sound. They are quite heavy. Now take these 2 trunks at your college street mess and keep them safely there.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Before anyone here sees you.
Shukumarda, what is inside? Not bombs, I hope.
That's none of your business. For the time being, just hide them at your mess. Not bombs.
By the way, Shukumarda, as per your instructions, I informed Amarda of Uttarpara and handed over your envelopes to him. And I told him to go to Chandanagar tomorrow, the 27th March, with his friend Manmat.
Alright.
সুকুমার, কি হলো? No news of Oro?
আবার একটা দিন গেল।
Yes. One more day has passed. No news of Oro? কি হচ্ছেটা কি? কোনোই খবর নেই।
We are glad to see you both, Amar Babu. What news have you and Manmat brought us from Shukumar?
Moti, Shukumar has sent this for you.
Here, Shirish. Please open it and see what it says.
It is a cutting from the Dharma of 21st March.
Read it.
It is rumored that Shrijukta Aurobindo Ghosh has gone away somewhere. Nobody knows where. So far as we know, he is engaged in the practice of yoga and will not take up any political or other work. Because he is not willing to see anybody for the moment, the place of his sadhana has been kept a secret.
You know, Amar Babu, Aurobindo Babu wrote this himself.
अच्छा.
and asked me to send this to Shukumar to publish it in Dharmo. So the other one must be from the Karma Yogin.
Yes.